Hello there, Pixel Pushers. It's Sadiq Hussain here from the Pixel Pushers YouTube channel. And as a quick follow-up from the previous video, which we looked at creating a type style or a logo, or indeed a title from a movie like this, purely for demonstration and educational purposes, how we replicated the look of the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the gradient, using the gradient tool on the text, and we did that, and that's the finished version, complete with all the letters done and the rest of the type style as well. But if we want to apply a gradient tool on a shape, and of course it's very similar, instead of doing it on text, you're doing it on a shape. So let's try it with a couple of shapes. Let's just go to the shapes tool and go to the regular rectangle tool. For now I'm just going to do it on here, and straight away it's got a gradient because I've been using a gradient. But if the fill was a regular color, let's just do it like that, then you can see that's a regular color. But you do the same thing, go to the gradient, and you apply a gradient using the gradient tool on the left hand side first of all, and you're applying it only on the shape because it's the shape layer that you've got selected. And once you've applied the gradient, then you can fine-tune it by going to the gradient pop-up box here, and as before, select the node, change the color, whichever one you want, and then go to that node, change the color, say that one. Okay, and then if you want to insert a node in the middle here as well, you can do. Click on insert there, change the color to that one, and I'm going to make that yellow, nice bright yellow. This again is just for demonstration. It might not be to your liking, but you decide what you want. And then of course you can change where you want that gradient to be, what you want it to look like, where you want the crossovers to be, and so on. Okay, you might want it to be slightly off there. There we go. And we can move that, move those. So that's applying the gradient on a particular shape. And of course it doesn't matter what shape it is, you can do that for any. Let me just delete that shape and go to the shape tool again and go to a slightly more complicated shape, say the star, the double star shape. And I'm just going to draw that for you, and you can see the gradient's already applied. But just something to mention, in some of the shapes you've got the ability to, while you're in the shape tool, to change the nature of that shape just by moving these nodes here. Okay, so just be aware that you can do that as well, and if you do that before you apply anything, that gives you the initial shape that you want. And again, you can change the gradient here, or apply a separate gradient. So let's just change that to a different color and make it white, and then that one will make it not red, we'll make it purple, just to show you. And then the middle node will change it to let's say green. No, let's go for blue, light blue. Okay, and go to the gradient tool. That then, oops, you can then apply the gradient as you wish. Move that down, move that node down, however you want to. So we've positioned a shape, and we've applied a gradient exactly the same way as you do with the lettering. And of course what we haven't done here is applied a background shadow or an outline to that, which of course we can do because it's on a separate layer here. So we just go to effects at the bottom of the layer, variables, and let's just move this over to here. And we don't want to put an outer shadow, but we can put an outline. We'll keep it black, make it quite a thick outline, and if you can do 3D or bezel, do an outer glow, you can do that as well. Maybe you don't want the glow to be white, you might want it to be yellow, and of course you can do that. So that's all the same as what you would do with lettering. You're just doing it with a shape, and once you've got this shape, of course you can click on the move and resize tool and just resize that as you see fit. Position it where you want it to, swivel it around, move it, resize it, duplicate it, just do copy and paste. So Command and C on a Mac, Command and V to duplicate it. It'll be Control and C and Control and V on a PC, and then resize that, position that. So do whatever you need to do, but the general principle of applying a gradient using the gradient tool is exactly the same for a shape as it is for text, as indeed it is for an image. I hope you found that useful. Do give it a go, do comment and like the video if you found it useful, and a subscription, of course, if you haven't already subscribed, would be really appreciated. It all helps the channel to move forward, for me to continue to make videos, more in-depth ones coming up, particularly with we now have version 2 of Affinity Photo, and the whole Affinity suite launched back in November of this year. We're just coming to the end of this year, and that's all been downloaded and ready to go, and there are videos being prepared for that. So if you're interested in videos for version 2 rather than version 1, do let me know in the comments, and I'll be slowly introducing those anyway. Perhaps we can start introducing them earlier. The core of what we're doing isn't affected. It's some of the additional features and layout. But moving forward, of course, we will be going over to version 2 in time, wholeheartedly. But at the moment, we're straddling between the two. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.